Hey everybody, so I played Half Minute Hero and Anti-Chamber, and I have to say I didn't really like either game all that much. I thought the controls, graphics, and gameplay in Half Minute Hero were all pretty lame, and it might have been better if I had a controller to plug in, but anyway, I kept dying in the little random battles that pop up and didn't play for very long. I don't see myself playing this game again unless I'm extremely bored and have nothing else to do, which isn't a very likely scenario because there's a lot of games out there I'd rather play, I think. And I found Anti-Chamber a little more interesting and thought some of the visuals were pretty cool. It's definitely one of those vague and free-flowing games, kind of similar to the Stanley Parable, and when I played it, I kept getting stuck cycling through upside down red stairs and right side up blue stairs that both seemingly led to the same place. And there are pictures on the wall saying that your decisions don't matter as long as the outcome is the same. And anyway, I grew tired of this game pretty quickly as well, and I'd be surprised if I play it again. And I guess I have fairly high standards for a game that I'm willing to spend a considerable amount of time playing, and I feel that my time is pretty valuable, so any time I dedicate to gaming needs to be spent playing a pretty spectacular game, in my opinion. And alright, as far as a game that I really enjoy, I'm going to talk about Diablo 3, and the various rules that make up Diablo 3. And the operational rules of Diablo are pretty simple. You attack your enemies using the different buttons on your controller, each of which corresponds to a different attack or ability. And the fundamental rules go into greater depth about your different attacks and abilities. For example, there's a set amount of time certain attacks take to recharge, while others require mana, which can run out but replenishes itself over time. And the fundamental rules of a game can be tweaked based on what items you choose to use and what skills you decide to select. And in Diablo, behavioral rules are more noticeable when you're doing multiplayer, and in Diablo, you can play with up to 4 other people, and you all work together to complete the common goal or quest. And it's a general rule that everyone works together and helps out, defeating enemies and sharing the workload. If one person's character just sits there or wanders around aimlessly, they would be violating a behavioral rule. And however, these rules are generally not broken and seem to go without saying most of the time. But there aren't many written rules in Diablo. You're pretty much thrown into the mix and learn as you go. If something is against the rules, for example, traveling to a certain area, then you simply will physically not be able to go there. Or like, if you want to go into a certain, say, castle, but you haven't made it there yet, then the game just won't let you enter it. And they don't really have to say it explicitly, it's just you can't do it. So and I've never played Diablo in a serious enough situation for there to be any laws, but in a hypothetical situation you could say that as a law each player can only use 5 health potions per level or something like that. And the same goes for official rules. I haven't experienced any myself, but I'm sure there are some super serious Diablo players out there who use them. And let's see, advisory rules are often given from one player to another in the form of advice. For example, one of my friends who I'm playing with might say, you just picked up a better sword, why don't you equip it? Or you just leveled up, you should check out what new skills you have unlocked. And for house rules, they don't come up too much in Diablo either, but there are some I can think of, such as not checking your items and skills all the time, because when you do this, the other players have to just sit and wait. Like, it's split into 4 screens, but when you check your skills or check, like, what new weapons you've got, it takes up the entire screen, and everyone else kind of just has to sit there, which is pretty lame. But again, these kind of go without saying, and no one seems to violate these rules anyways. But yeah, that's all I've got to say as far as rules, and I guess I'll talk to you all next week. Bye.